Welcome everyone, thanks for stopping by my new video on how to make a Java fighting game in Eclipse. As you can see, playing in the background currently is what we're going to be making. Now before we start, let me just clarify that you can do this project in any other Java IDE, not just Eclipse. If you have any other questions on what things you're confused on, just ask me in the comments, okay? Alright. Let's begin. Okay, first things first is that you want to start a new Java project. Name it whatever you want. I'll say Java Byte and finish. I don't know what that is for, so I'm just going to create. Next, Java class. I'm just going to call it name. And public set void. I'm going to add this as well. Click finish, and all this is going to show up. Can remove that real quick. I like to do that. Makes it cleaner. Okay, so what you first want to do is you want to add your health. So I'm going to int my health equals, and you can do whatever you want. I'm going to do 100 because that's kind of whoops, 100. Now that's for Unity, not for this. And then you're going to want to add your opponent's health, so int op health. I'm just going to bring it down so I don't have to spell out opponent every time. So my health and opponent's health. If you want, you can also name it HP or whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Okay, so the next thing we need to add is a loop, so the game can keep on looping over and over when we add inputs. But if we just add one input, it's just going to end the whole script. So the loop we're going to add is a boolean, I mean not a boolean, a while loop type. But we do need to add a boolean in order to make the while loop work. So add a boolean, and we name it game and make it true. Should save, so just in case your IDE crashes, you have to restart the beginning first, then while loop, and game, and there we go. So we have that started. Next we're going to add a try statement, just in case any errors go wrong, it doesn't end the script. And next we can add we're going to add a scanner to look for inputs that we put into the console. So we can call it scanner sc. I like to do that. Call it equals new scanner system dot end. Make sure to come on. There we go. Make sure to import scanner.java-util so it shows up like that. Save. We also have to add a catch statement. Catch. And the catch we're going to be using is this one. Input mismatch exception E. And you also have to add that, so it looks like, so we'll bring it up there. So now we have a scanner. Yeah, so next we're going to make an input system with what we're going to input. So we're going to input numbers like, for example, like 1 and 2 like you guys saw previously. So how we do that is through int, I'm going to call it num1 equals sc.next int parentheses, and I've got all that saved. Okay, next we're going to add the fighting for us. So we're going to do 2 inputs. 1 is going to be punch, and 2 is going to be kick. You can add more if you want to in the future, but for now I'm just going to do punch and kick. 2 supposed things. So in the try statement, first you want to do if num. So this is going to check if you typed in 1 or 2. So num equals 1. Then you're going to want to kick. So we're going to punch. And we want to type out in the, oops. And we probably want to print out if we punch enough. So just system out print in. Okay. Punch your opponent. Okay, so there we go. And if you want to add a gap, like between the text, you can do system out print in, and then just a space. There you go. I always do that to add a space because what it does is just basically, because everything's going to be put together if you just keep on doing a system without print in. So if you do that, well, everything you do is just going to add a gap between the two things you print out. Okay, so next what we're going to want to do is add a random generator, because we're also going to do crits and different types of damage. So what we're going to do is add a random class. So random, we call RNG1 equals new random. Once again, you're going to want to add the java.utility that looks like changed last second. And then next you're going to want to add int punch attack. I'm just going to do that short. And this is for the random, so for the punch attack, it will equal RNG1 dot next int 5. So this is going to add 5. So what this is going to do is going to add 5 random values. So next I'm going to add a switch case statement for punching to add a random effect how much damage a punch is going to do. So how to do that is you just type in switch and type in punch attack to call for the random value. Alright. And now we're going to add 5 cases because that's how much random we fit. So for case 0, there's 2 little dots. Now you want to add now I'm going to add a loop to remove the enemy's HP. So I'm going to add a for loop. So for int a equals 1 15 and then a plus plus. So this is going to do 15 damage. This is going to be 15 times. So this does how many times it loops. And then what we're going to do is, and then we're going to do OP health. But you have to make sure that minus to track the health. If you do plus plus, it's going to add 15 health instead of subtracting. Okay, so now I'm going to do that. Copy it. I'm going to copy it 4 more times. That's 3, 4. So now this is going to be 1, 2, 3. Oh, I need one more time. And then 4. So, but for the fourth one, I want it to be a critical damage. So because it has a 1 in 5 chance to be crit damage. So in order to do that, all we just have to do is just change this loop to, I don't know, I'm going to say 30, double the damage. So it would take 30 HP instead of 15. And we can say that by saying system out. Oops. Dot print when you can say critical hit, so it shows that we did a critical hit. Oh, and we also want to add a break statement. So just so it doesn't keep on looping. Forgot about that. And we also, and if you want to show that we punch, we can just use system out print when you punched your opponent, and there we go. But we have to add it for every single one. Make sure to save. But before we move on to the next thing, make sure you also add a default. Because if it doesn't find any of these statements 0 through 4, it will just loop back around until it gets one of these. So how we do that? Just default and then break. Oh, spelled default wrong. There we go. Save it. And we also now we want to show how you can show your opponent's health. It's very simple. Just system print system out print. I'm really typing really bad, aren't I? System out the print when, and then you will say your opponent health is, and then just add space, and then you want to do plus, and then you want to do OP health. There we go. Slave, and if we play the project real quick, you punch your opponent. Your opponent health. You punch your opponent. Your opponent health is 85, so we did 15 damage. But I don't know why it. Oh, that's why we added it up here. So I guess these are unnecessary. So I guess you can remove these real quick. That's my bad. And then we're going to add a space between them. And this is something I just like to do, so you don't have to do it. Okay, save. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to add kicking. So in order to do that, we just do another if statement, except we're going to do, you find which one is if. So, okay. We're going to do else if num1 equals 2, then we're going to yes. Then it's going to do kicking, and we're actually this is the wrong place, so we're going to do this just below the if statement. Okay, so next we're going to do just say system.out print when kick your opponent don't know if I'm spelling that right or not. I'm gonna add the space between their words. Save it. Okay, now we're gonna add another random value. So call it random. We're gonna call it RND2, which will equal new random. There we go. And I'm going to make it initialize it and call it kick tack. And it's basically the same thing what we did at first. We're just going to call kick attack equal to RND2. Okay, so now that we got the punching and kicking input system down, you can click play. Make sure you save the script so it doesn't get screwed up. And you click 1, punch your opponent. Your opponent health is 85 HP. Click 2, kick your opponent's health is 75. Alright, but there's a problem with the script right now. So if you keep on taking away the health, it just keeps on more health. The game doesn't end, no matter what we do. So how we fix this is in the script, and what we do is if opponent's health is less than or equal to 0, then we do system out print win, and then we can type in you win. But that's not it. We also had to completely end the script and cancel the loop. So how we do that is it's fairly easy. So we just call the loop, make it false, and then we want to end the whole code by itself, which is also easy. We just do system.out, system.end, exit this time, and just type in 0. So if we click play now, 1, keep on removing health, and there you go, you win. And if you want to make it a little bit more fun, you can do is for int, I'm going to say L equals 0, and then L is less than or equal to 100 L plus plus. The reason this is just keep on looping this 100 times, but when it does win, save it. So when we do win, it just types it all out automatically. If you don't want that, what you have to do is add a thread dot sleep, and this goes off by milliseconds. So you can do 50, 500, whatever. But I'm gonna just type in 50. Problem is that we need try catch statement with it. So just try and then catch 12 catch. And the catch statement will be an interpreted exception So I'm just going to copy and paste that. I'm going to call it EX. And we're going to just do thread dot curve current thread dot interrupt and save it. Now if we click play and just bring our opponent's health down to, there we go. See, now it does. So now it doesn't put out you win instantly. It takes a little bit, slightly delayed. So I'm going to end the video here now because this video is going on for a bit too long. I'm going to add a part 2 later in the future, not too long, maybe a week or 2. But if you enjoy watching, please leave a like, because I procrastinate a lot and I need some motivation. But also in the future, I'm thinking of making different type of content other than tutorial videos, such as devlogs and I don't know, other things. So if you're interested in that, just keep a watch onto my channel. I think that's just gonna be it for today. Thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day.